I figure I'd probably come over here and get some insight.
Well, what are you hoping to get out of this trip?
Yeah.
Coming up here?
You know what? I'm hoping to get a lot out of it. I don't know about the competition, as you never do. We went over that one year we played Olympic teams, but now with the Olympics going on, there'll be more club teams and more all-star teams, and that part of it, it's hard to say, but I think we've made a big point to try to get some good teams, so they'll do that. But it is a bonding. It is something to practice for the end of the summer. It'll be a good trip in that respect. It's a very close-knit team. I've been really impressed. We've done a lot of things together this summer. Just got back from my beach house. Then we went to Ishbia's. So we've gotten to do a lot of things together. This trip will be good in that respect, and the practice is up to it. Today's our second one in a row. We've been going every other day. We're going to go again tomorrow, so we get used to going 3 days in a row. Give them Thursday off, practice Friday, Saturday and Sunday off, practice Monday, and hit the road.
Are you playing more than 3 games or just 3,
3 for sure. We might try to schedule a 4th, which you can do when you're over there.
Yeah, is he full go now, or is he how close to 100%?
He's 99%, 98%. Yeah, he's shooting still a little question mark right now, but as far as athletic, he got hit today, but it was in the thigh, and he gets sore when he does that, but it's just a matter of I get sore when I get hit.
Is this more valuable given you got 2 new transfers, a new assistant coach, the freshman? Does it make any difference getting that kind of
that's why I picked to choose it, because there's a lot of guys that are going to be in new positions, meaning Jaden, we got to rely on Jaden more. When I say positions, I don't mean the position. I mean he's going to have to do more, and I think we're going to get the ball inside. I think we're a lot stronger inside than we were a year ago. And, it comes down to Jeremy and Trey. And Jace Richardson has really been impressive so far. He's shooting the ball well, and he plays defense. He does a lot of things, He told his dad he does a lot of things his dad didn't do as a freshman.
Zapala.
You got to meet all your players, the new guys, this summer at Moneyball. We'll talk about that in a second, too. You keep us honest on that.
Yeah,
but
keep you honest.
To a letter, they all say family is what brought them here. So my question, as you go into your 30th season, congratulations.
Thanks.
Is family the same now as it was in 1995 when you started? I'm
trying to be here, but it's not the same everywhere. And that has been a big point of emphasis for me. I mean, even in recruiting, I tell people that, if the whole family isn't on board, probably not the right place for you. And I'm sticking to that. I do think that watching these guys get along, the guys that are here help the new guys a lot. It's still important to me. But as we all know, it's an ever-changing world right now, and I will still state what I said for 4 years. Not for the better, and yet we're all adjusting and trying to keep our principles the same with adjusting to the times.
Tom, we know your stance on the transfer portal and how you feel about it, and you wouldn't go and dip into it unless you really saw a player that could help, that would fit the program and everything that you're looking for.
Fit the program is the key, but go ahead.
Yeah, but specifically with like Frankie Fidler and Zapala, like what did you see in them that you thought that they could be a good fit here and bring to?
Yeah, like in Frankie, we're looking for a guy that a bigger wing can shoot, but he got fouled, I think, in top 8 or 10 players in the whole country. He drew fouls, and we thought we were poor at that. At the same time, he came from a program where he kind of like Walker, where he was moving up a little bit, and so not entitled. That's important to me. And he's been everything I thought he'd be and more. And as far as Zapala has been really interesting. Probably better than we thought. Bigger than we thought, but better. He's got the European touch that he knows how to play. He can shoot a 3. He's got strength. Totally unentitled. That is the deal right now. that I think is important to me and the program and to the players that are here. So those two guys have fit in well because they didn't come in thinking they invented the game. So give my credit to my assistants for finding guys that will fit us and still help us, and yet not be so much that guy that's coming in making the other guy transfer, because that's what's happening in a lot of places.
This trip is way more about bonding and basketball, X's and O's, isn't it?
Well, it is, but I mean, for us this year, I think it's going to be still some about basketball. You know, we're going to probably play different lineups every half, and so it's not, you know, it's not a true starting lineup. We're going to have some guys, so don't read into things, because I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we are going to start different guys, different players in different situations, and maybe the teams we play, we think we have a chance to go big at times, and we have a chance to go small at times by playing Cohen at the 4 at times, you know, be real athletic. So we're going to look at different things, but Book is starting to come along. Cohen has made big strides. I'd say Jackson has made some big strides. He's really played well. Now, Moneyball, as much as I love it, and I think those guys do an incredible job running it, I still, in all the years I've been here, I haven't heard of one guy that guards one guy. So the 45 points that they get and all that is question mark. But I did hear Kur played really well, and right now he's been our best shooter. You know, Jaden's
Talk about
our
the
best
value,
player.
the overall value. I know you know Desmond, and I know you know about Moneyball. Where you see the value of
And I love Des. I mean, I think he's done something. He's given this community something. People enjoy going out there. And Desmond is a class guy. So I think Des has done a great job for all of us. He gives guys a chance to play in that. He gives fans a chance to see some things. And you do get to see our guys have improved, number one. You get a chance to see our new guys, number two. And just keep in mind that probably in the opening game or when we play Kansas, Kur probably won't score 45.
Maybe not 45?
Not maybe not. Maybe, but maybe not.
I know why.
Half a defense at Moneyball.
Minute and a half? Was that all year?
Yeah, the one time.
Okay.
I wonder though, with this, is it going to be a half or quarters format over there? Do you know?
It's going to be a quarters, 24-second clock, 8 seconds coming across.
The international.
It's going to be the international. Yeah, we're playing their rules.
The other thing I wanted to ask you too is when you talk about the bigs, especially bringing in Zapala, how much of it right now is finding that mix and match with playing the two guys on the block who works best together?
Yeah, that's going to be, you know, I mean, thank God Book can really shoot it. He's probably shooting as good as anybody. So we, even though he's a big, we still can go with him, but we can go with lineups where it's Jackson and Book. We can really score it, and we can go with Coop and Szymon and really get, you know, hopefully get on the boards. And one of our big emphasis of the summer has been more physical and rebound the ball better. As you know, we didn't do a very good job of that. One of them is shooting more free throws, one of them is getting fouled. So those are some things I'm looking forward to seeing how we do when we get over there.
Can I get a thought from you about having the Waltons here? I know they're not going to Spain, but why did you welcome them in?
Yeah, you know, what we did is I saw them play against East Lansing last year, and I thought they were pretty good. And my guy, Andre says, man, you know, those guys are pretty good, you know. And then I heard they were going to Central, but not to play, and I kind of said, I should get them over here and at least talk to them. You know, what I'm hoping is that they're going to play sometime, somewhere. Now, will it be here? I don't know, but they got some size and some strength, and so it's been somebody for us to go against, and so we're using them as in that respect right now. But I just went over to Ishbia Sunday, and we had a big reunion, and you look at guys like Bograkis was there. You know, he didn't come for any other reason, and ended up beating Kentucky. You know, you didn't know what happened.
And Blake Lantman, why'd you want to bring him back?
Well, I you know, number one, he's a local kid, and he approached Doug Wojcik a year ago about being a GA, and of course Campy's a good friend, and I talked to him about him, and he's been great. I think he's going to bring something to the table too, because he was a great player, a great shooter, gets along good with the guys already. It's been really good.
What have you learned from past trips to Europe that you can apply as you move forward with this type of summer?
You know, the last time we went there, it's been a while now because of COVID and everything, but we played against pros. You know, we played against Bellinari and, I mean, whatever that guy that played with Draymond. I mean, Georgia beat us, Russia killed us, and the Italians. We actually played really well against the Italians, but they were good. All three teams beat us. We won against the club team, so I don't think that'll happen this year the same. And we were really good back then. But
you guys saw the benefits of that, though.
We did. So I'm hoping the better the teams, the better for me. I just don't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect then either, to be honest with you.
But the way it carries over to the fall, I mean, do you learn anything about that in terms of load? And, you know, in terms of trying not to wear people out for the length of the season?
Yeah,
you have depth on the roster this year.
We do have depth on the roster this year. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. And so we will play. That's why I said I'm going to play different starting lineups every half, I think, is the game plan, which will be a little confusing too, you know, but I want to see who plays well with who. I want to get something out of this trip. It's not just the goal. It's not just for the enjoyment. It's not for the wins and losses. It's to see who plays well together, who plays under some stressful situations, all that kind of stuff. So,
and the makeup of the roster, that's one of the reasons why this was a good year to go to Europe?
Yeah, I think so, you know. I mean, all of a sudden, Jaden's got to be our leading scorer, you know. All of a sudden, we got to do a better job getting the ball inside. We got to do a better job getting fouled. I thought, you know, we have some new guys, 4 or 5 of them when you look at the freshmen and the 2 transfers. So all in all, I think it was the right time to go. I almost went last year, but a veteran team, I didn't feel the same way I do in this team.
With Jeremy in particular, I mean, he missed that basically last half of the year. I mean, this is probably
last 3 quarters of the year. Yeah,
I mean, want to see out of him from this.
I want to see him run a team, which I know he can do. I want to see his defense. You know, I mean, it was hard because he was off a long time, but and one thing about Jeremy, he was already a student of the game, and he did study the game. I mean, he sat on the bench, he was in timeouts talking about what to do. He knows how to play, you know. It's whether, you know, Jeremy gets frustrated when he doesn't play as well as he wants to play, and there'll be a time period. That's why this is important, too, to get back, get his legs back, get his understanding of playing against competition back. But I've been really pleased with his progress this summer.
He's accelerating, he's jumping pretty well, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm amazed. I mean, some of the doctors even, I mean, more of it's come back quicker than I thought it would.
Well, I was just going to ask something about that, too. Like, when guys get injured and they have surgery and put metal put in their leg and stuff, sometimes they can't be the same player, and they have to learn to adapt their game.
Well, I got surgery. They put metal in my hip, and I'm the same guy. I'm still an app. I'm still
I see you out there doing the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Tom, you always.
But you know what I mean.
You do worry about, you know, thank God he's a very tough kid, because you do worry about every bump, or you're going to, it's something wrong with my hip. I haven't seen any of that with him, so that's been a positive.
The program always is celebrating milestones, and we know you don't make it about you, but you got 30 years coming up, you know, and what can you say about that?
All of them have been lovely years.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm privileged, but it has been, it's been good, and I'm kind of rejuvenated too. You know, I really like this team. It's hard to say where we are because number one, I don't know totally where we are. Number two, I don't know where anybody else is. So it's hard to compare anything 'cause I don't know how anybody is. I mean, I think Indiana's got the most talent. Purdue will still be good, but it'll be different without the monster in there. So it's just hard to say how everybody will adjust. Some people got 10, 11 transfers in our league. And we're playing 4 different teams in our league that we don't know. So there's so many different things. It's kind of unsettling a little bit because you don't know, but maybe my 30 years of experience will help.
Is this a year where you got to worry more about yourself, maybe with all that
I
unknown?
think you do, but it'll still come down to we're going to be scouting and we're going to find out things. I just am getting the lists on who everybody really has. we're going to try to put together a little film on some guys that are from other schools, and just so we can get a better feel and everything. We got those 2 Big Ten games early, but we got Kansas. They'll probably be ranked 1. You know, the Maui is unbelievable, like with UConn and Iowa State, North Carolina, and who else? I mean, it's a loaded field. Memphis, Dayton's very good. No Chaminade. You know, no. Every other year now they play in it. So we happen to hit a year where there's no Chaminade. So I mean, you can go 0-3 easy over there.
Colorado, Memphis, Auburn. In terms of scouting.
Auburn's, that's the other one.
They're going to have to do that with you, too, because they're not going to know about Fears or Fidler and where they fit in.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's sort of in the same boat. I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see how
With Kur Teng, he's physically stronger than most freshmen, and you're saying he's shooting really well, too?
He's going to be a good player. Yeah, he's going to be a really good player. I mean, he's been impressive. He was coached by, the guy he was coached by was crazy. I mean, in a good way, man. But if you watch him shoot, you don't miss many shots. He's a shooter that can guard people, and he's been coached. I mean, hard.
By the same guys that developed him all the way up? Or
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, this guy's been with him the whole time, man. He's good.
Some Josh Langford to him? Or?
There is some Josh Langford to him. I think he shoots it better than Josh, but he's not quite as athletic, I don't think, although he's more athletic than I thought he was. But we got enough. Richardson's
I
been
was
good too.
surprised with how athletic Zapala is for how
He is athletic, you know. He doesn't move good. I mean, it's good laterally sometimes, but yeah, he can get up and down. He can jump, and really a good kid. You like him, you know. But didn't play much at Utah State, and it was weird. I mean, listen, I don't know how good he'll be. I really don't. But he's so much better than the minutes he's played.
Yeah.